You look very much like Hosana. Hello, Hosana. Well spotted, Greg. Here's me talking nonsense about, yes, yeah, kitty. Typical, hey? Hello, big boy, have you just woken up from your nap? Think so. He's now going behind the car. Please don't come and sit in our shade again. So we'll have to see what he's up to. Let me turn around very quickly. Yay, well done, Craig. I've missed that completely. I didn't even see him. I already looked at the camera, looked back at the road, and we'd gone past the pathway. No, where did he go? Did he go off to the right? I would assume he would have gone to the right. Let's see. Hosana Banana, thank you for showing yourself. Craig, where did he go? No. Oh, there he is, behind the termite mound. Hosana, don't go in there. Don't. It's too thick. Yeah. I shouldn't have gymmed arms today. We will turn the steering wheel quite a bit. How nice. I bet you're all happy to see Hosana. I'm going to also have to call this in a minute. Okay, we'll squeeze through here. Let's watch him. Right. We are going to try and follow Hosana through here. It seems as though there's a warthog that's sneaking up to Hosana. There he is. My goodness, I can't tell you how he's given us the run around. I have not had to off-road like we've off-road this afternoon for a very, very long time. He's quite far away from us. Well, in terms of Hosana being a distance away from the car, we know he's fairly relaxed around the vehicles. So he's sniffing. He's been putting his nose in between the bushes, going underneath all the African wattles. I think that he's looking for scrub hairs or something to eat, but something small. It's like he's just trying to get himself a little snack for the moment. So once we lose sight of him here, I have no idea how we're going to get to him. I'm hoping that I think there is a road up ahead that he's on his way to, but it is difficult to navigate through this thick bush. My goodness. There he goes. But he keeps changing direction, which is a bit of a nuisance. Well, for us, not for him. Of course, nothing is a nuisance for him. I don't know how. Right, let's try. We're going to have to go a long way around. Try go this way. We've got a little bit of a gap, but we get excited because we see a gap, and then we don't really know where to go. Yes, Nikki, that would be wonderful, because as you can see, I'm faced with a wall of trees, so we need to try and get around. So we're going to try and navigate through all of this buffalo thorn and some leadwoods and all sorts of other wonderful things. Let's go and see what Tristan's doing. My goodness, both myself and Craig got caught in a buffalo thorn. That was a lot of fun. We're now trying to pull the thorns out of our legs. But I thought we'd grab this moment while we've got Hosana out in the open, because honestly, who knows how long it's going to last with him. He's busy. Even looking up in the tops of the trees. Look how long the grass is around here. Perfect for him to do any sort of hunting. What are you looking for? Are you too old to chase squirrels, boy? And that was one of his favorite things to do, watching him grow up, him and his sister, running up the smallest of small trees, falling off of tiny branches. But he's listening carefully. Ah, wonderful. We've got one of our younger viewers, Lilia, who's only 6 years old, watching this afternoon. Hello, all the way from South Africa. Now, Lilia, the reason why the leopards love the long grass is because they can use it to try and hunt them, help them hunt. Now, leopards don't eat grass. Sometimes we see them eating grass, but not because they're getting any nutrients from it. Just disappearing, so we're going to reposition again. Try and follow him. Hopefully he stays on the road. So with all that long grass, Lilia, he can slink around. Have you ever heard of anybody talking about leopard crawling? I bet you have, where you get down on your belly and you crawl like this by using your elbows. Leopards are the best at doing it. They're the absolute best. So then he doesn't have to actually go down as low on the ground. There he is now. You can see, look, he doesn't have to slink. He can just walk normally with a beautiful golden light on it. So that will help him hunt. And all those rosettes that he has on his body, Lilia, that's also going to help camouflage him. So he's on the go. He's looking for something. Now, he could either find a scrub hare, maybe he'll find a little steenbok, a duiker, a impala. Who knows what he's going to find. We'll try and get up in front of him. I think what we'll try and do, see if we can go around. Hopefully he doesn't go into the next drainage line. Okay, let's see. He's zigzagging, which is making it difficult to try and figure out where he's going. I think if I cut in here... Oh, hello, turtle dove. You better be on your toes. Oh, there's an impala up ahead. That's exciting. Quite far away, though. And he's got a long way to go. I just want to quickly try and concentrate and get in here. I'm going to show you very quickly the impala. We're not going to stay with it. There's an impala ram, but very exceptionally far away. I'm going to see if I pull in over here, if we see him slinking through the... That's a guarri bush. I don't mind being whacked in the face by that one. Hey! Shouting at the trees that are whacking me. I'm just watching the guests. I'm actually just trying to have a look. You see, he's coming... I'm hoping he's going to come in through this gap. Well, that's the plan anyways. Well, we'll sit here. No, Rexon's repositioning again. I can't see him. He could also be on the other side of Rexon's car. I don't actually know which way his guests are looking now because they're behind trees. I'm trying to look. Oh, here he comes. A little bit. He's coming there. I just saw his silhouette moving. So Craig, up over there. He's going to come out of that thicket there. Might be able to see him moving. I really just saw his silhouette. There he is. You got him. Center frame. Hiding away. And so I do indeed think that Hosana is in a bit of a pickle at the moment with all the new males that are popping onto the property. And so, Linda, yes, he needs to be on his toes. He needs to watch what's going on and take note of all the different leopards that are scent marking within this area so that he can keep out of their way. Otherwise, he's going to get chased out, will be the best option. But the chances of him getting killed are really, really quite high at the moment. Okay, we're going to just go forward, I think. Actually, I need to low range for this. Right. My poor earpiece is getting hammered by all the trees today. Okay, we're going to try and get another view of Hosana. I'm hoping he's going to see this impala. But anyways, I'm going to send you across to Steve and his leopard. No, he's sitting very, very still at the moment. He's behind that tree. We can't get in there, unfortunately. It's very, very thick. He's surrounded himself. So that is the wonderful view that we have at the moment. And now it's just a patience game. Now we're just going to sit here and wait for him to come out. But I don't know when that will be. He stops, he sniffs around. He wasn't marking territory at all, but he was just sort of trying to flush prey out. But unfortunately, that's all we've got. And we can only just sit and wait and hope that we see some movement and that will tell us which direction that he's going to go in. I don't know where he is. I'm just trying to look. He's somewhere in there. Now, something that we talk about pretty often, but for you, Eliza, you're only 4 years old, I'll be happy to tell you again. You've asked, how do the leopards get their names? So it depends on where they've come from, Eliza. Normally the person that found the leopard or the property that the leopard was found on, they'll determine what the leopard is called. But that's really it. So I was just watching a spider hunting wasp as it was flying around. I'll turn this game drive radio off quickly. So that's how they're named. Sometimes they name them because they were found on or underneath a certain tree. Sometimes they are named for their characters, their personality, and that's sort of how they get their names here. So Hosana is Little Chief, and that's what he is. He is the Little Chief, isn't he? Cool. I'm going to send you to Tristan while we wait for Hosana to come out. Here he is. He's creeping past the car now. He's very sneaky. I don't know if he's seen the impala yet. I'm not sure. Look how close he's coming. Hosana, do you want to wear my snorkel? Are you coming here? Oh my goodness, sorry. I thought he was literally going to squeeze between the tree, but he's just gone down there now. There we go. Can you see it? Hosana, can you see the impala? I think he maybe has seen the impala. But he's still got quite a way to go, though. And I have a suspicion. Oh, you're walking so loudly, Hosana. I'm not going to move now. I'm just going to sit here and watch him for a little bit. When he goes in the golden light. When he's walking up. And we're going to just take the stance of, you can sort of see the impala. I don't want to go crashing after Hosana now because I'm going to scare the impala away. So what we're going to have to do, unfortunately, we are going to lose visual of this leopard. But I know that if I go driving and try to cross that drainage line, that impala is already interested and keeps looking our way as if it knows something is going on. What else have you seen now? I think it's going to be important for us to just take a back seat and just watch from a distance. Let's see, he's heading on that way. So it might not be the greatest view. We might lose visual of him completely, which is what's probably going to happen. But I think we'll just sit back here. Hopefully he has a chance this afternoon. There's not enough wind though. I kind of wish it was a little bit windier. Windier? Windier is a word, hey Craig? No. A little bit more windy. I don't know if windy... I think I've made windy. I don't even know if that's a word. I don't speak English, so most of the time I speak my own language. Yeah, he's definitely... I have to watch him on the monitor now because I actually can't see anything. Craig's lucky that he's got a sort of vantage point. He is looking across at the impala. And tail is working overtime. Look at it. Swish, swish, swish. He's plotting his thing. He's probably running through a lot of things. He's probably saying the same thing. He's going, I don't have a lot of wind today. Okay. Gonna have to be extra quiet. At least I've got the tall grass. How am I going to do this? Am I going to go from shrub to shrub? Or am I just going to creep really, really, really low? But even when he walked on the animal pathway, he was crunching on all sorts of sticks and leaves. And he does know the impala's there. So we'll see. And the impala has relaxed now because it's starting to eat. I can only see the impala. There, it's in there. And I think it actually might be out of view. It's basically to the... Can I show you on the camera, Craig, where it's gone? You won't be able to see it. I can't even reach my short arms. What am I going to use to point it for you? I don't even have a stick. Basically, where those bush willows were, there's two holes. The hole... go to the left a bit more. There we go. It's just to the left of that one. If I show you on the monitor, he's here. He's standing there. So you can see those two gaps. He's behind that tree. Just feeding slowly. There might be another gap that it pops out onto. Big impala ram. All on his own. The other thing, though, is that I did hear some oxpeckers on that impala. And I don't know if they're still there. They've either flown away or they're sitting very quietly now just feeding on all the ticks and all sorts of things that are on that impala. But that's now an extra pair of eyes. And even though they're both benefiting from the symbiosis, well, there's another way, sorry, that they're benefiting is what I'm trying to say. It's not only is the impala being groomed by the oxpecker, and the oxpecker is gaining a meal, but also that impala's got an extra pair of eyes and ears on its back. And if those impala spot a predator, they're going to alarm, that sort of drilling noise they make, and they're going to fly up and away. And that impala then is going to look around. This is amazing. There you go. He looks like he's going to make his move. I think what's happened now is I think that impala has actually turned his backside towards Hosana. There you go. Slinking slowly. And he will do that. He'll use every movement that the impala makes to his advantage. Because if he moves, while the impala moves, the impala is going to hear his own body and feet moving around in the grass. But he's still quite far away. He's still got quite a distance to go before he can even try and get him. Now, most predators are klepto sort of parasites, and not klepto, but they're kleptoparasitism. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. And then in the sense that they steal other animals' kills. It could be leopards taking other leopards' kills, or lions stealing leopards' kills, hyenas stealing leopards' kills. So there we go, aka they will climb up trees and steal other animals' food, even off of the ground. And Impala was just turning slightly. He's actually coming back to that little gap now. I'm trying to think. In Hosana's, it's a bit deceiving from where we are. I think if you go into that place where I showed you, Craig, you've got it, those two trees. Yeah, the Impala's there. You can just see it moving. There's its horns moving around. The Impala's moving further away, though. I would have worked in Hosana's favor if he fed in this direction. Nix, it's a tough one. Hosana's very far away, and it doesn't look like he's moving sort of fairly quickly in the direction of the Impala. He's creeping. What we will do is, because a hunt can take quite a long time, and sometimes it happens fairly quickly, but I think Hosana's going to try and sneak up to this Impala as close as he can. It seems as though Steve has got a much better view of that mystery boy. Nope, we still don't have a view of Impala. I'm just trying to help the other guides. They all said they're going to just stand by and wait, and hopefully Hosana's going to get closer into the sighting. But I don't know where he's gone. Hosana could have gone anywhere now. He could have slinked off to the right. He could have slinked off to the left. He could have come back along the drainage line, but the grass is exceptionally long. And it's very, very, very hard to see what's going on. So we are just going to have to play the patience game here and stare at bushes until we see some kind of movement. I don't even know if we will see any more movement. Because, I mean, ideally he's going to keep really low now. I doubt he's going to sit up unless the Impala spots him or gets, maybe gets a gut feeling that something is wrong, which animals do instinctively get that feeling, like you're being watched, just like you and I have that feeling and might run off anyways. When sometimes happens, that can also work into the leopard's favor. It could run in the wrong direction and run straight towards Hosana. The Impala's just listening to all the birds that are chirping. Every now and then he puts his head down and he feeds. And this will be a really, really good meal. Might be able to hear the parrots flying over the top of us. Very chirpy. They're on their way to settle in for the evening. Steve, at least you can see your leopard. We can't see anything. We're looking at bushes at the moment. I still don't know where Hosana is. He's somewhere in there. The Impala is moving around. You can also hear the hornbills singing their song for the last time this evening. And we're still in exactly the same spot. Just waiting patiently. I mean, Hosana could be right underneath that leopard. That's where we last had him. Behind the bush willows, behind the guarries. But I don't know where he is now. Somewhere in there. The Impala's alert now. Looking. Brittany, no. I can't say that I've ever wanted to interfere at all. It's never ever crossed my mind. Because I know how important it is to not do something like that. And I'm not talking about turning a tortoise back over or picking up an African land snail off the road because they're going to get driven over by cars. I'm talking about stopping hyenas coming. There we go, the Impala's alarming. I think he knows something is up. Oh, I think there might be another Impala that we can't see on the right. Okay. Hello everybody, my name is Tayla and on camera with me today is Craig, and look, there's a leopard. How cool is this? Now this is a young male leopard. His name is Hosana, and unfortunately he was trying to catch himself some dinner, but that plan was foiled because the impala, which is a type of antelope we get here, which are plenty of, it's the most common antelope in Africa, they spotted him. Now, they've got exceptionally good eyesight, very good hearing, and a keen sense of smell. But Hosana tried his absolute best. And I didn't even realize that there were two impala in the sighting. I thought there was just one that he was stalking, but it was the second one we couldn't see that spotted him and started snorting and alarming at him. Now, he's a very young boy, this leopard. He's just over 2 years old, so he's still got lots of time to go. Are you going to climb up the tree? It looked like he wanted to. Or maybe he was just scent marking. So they can live for a relatively long time, kind of like a big dog. So a male leopard like this, they don't live as long as the girls, but I reckon he could live up to about 13 years old. 14 years old, that'd be a very old leopard, but maybe more around 12. Oh, he's just sitting. I got excited. I thought he was going to jump up the marula tree. Not today. He was just marking his territory up against that tree. Now, Tristan is going to be very happy to know that this leopard is on his way down Cheetah Cut Line. And Tristan is not far. He is at the dam at Chitwa. Let's see. Hopefully he doesn't go into Torchwood, because if he carries on going down this road just a couple of 100 meters, I know we will make his day, as he hasn't seen a leopard today. Now, the reason how I know that this is a male leopard, and as he slinks into the grass, is, well, you can look for his manly bits underneath his tail. That's a way that you can tell. And then normally the males are much bigger than the girls, and as they get older they get this very saggy skin underneath his neck, which we call a dewlap. Oh no, he's going into Torchwood now. That's no good. The property that he's he's not driving, I'm driving. The property that he's walking into is an area that we aren't allowed to go driving in, but that animals can go wherever they want, which is quite nice. So there's no fences, there's no nothing. Craig, let me go forward so we can get one more decent view of him. We're going to have to say goodbye to him in a minute. Oh, I was hoping for Tristan. He'd come out and show himself. Tristan also loves Hosana. We've been watching him since he was a baby. There he goes. Let me go forward. Next one, Craig. Sorry. He's too quick for me this afternoon. We'll see. We should see him moving around in those trees somewhere. We're just waiting to see. He's going out. Yeah, he's just behind those trees. I'm trying to see if I can see him. He's walking straight back. There we go. If you go zoom right in, Craig, you should be able to see him slinking off. No, where did he go now? He's just behind those trees, moving back and away. Amazing how quickly a leopard can disappear, though, don't you think? He's on the hunt, though, so he doesn't want to be seen. Let me go forward and see if we can get one more view. Can you see him there? If I go to the next tree, let's quickly see. I just want to show you how camouflaged these cats really are. Oh, I don't know if we're going to see him again. Oh, no. Okay, it seems as though Hosana's disappeared for the moment. We'll see if we can try and find him again. Off we go to Steve, who is still with his leopard.